Sometimes it's harder to manifest the bigger things in life, and we find challenges with that. And so I want to talk about how to manifest bigger things into your life and how to manifest anything by doing nothing. Hey greatness, my name's Gavin, and I help people change their brain so they can grow their income and their impact. And I've been lucky enough to help people go on to make 6 and 7 figure incomes in their businesses. I've helped people travel all over the world. I've helped people live a more fulfilling life, overcome anxiety, procrastination, resistance, trauma, the stuff that holds them back from being that true 2.0 version of themselves and creating the reality that they want. And so if you want to become my next success story, there's a link in the description where you can get my free training on how to change your brain so you can grow your income and your impact. So yes, I said it, you can manifest anything by doing nothing. The principle behind this is understanding that you are a human being, not a human doing. We think we have to do stuff in order to achieve our goals. And it's not our fault because we see it in the external reality. That person must have done something in order to achieve that particular outcome. Well, that's the surface level perception or assumption that we make when it comes to creating our goals, our dreams, our desires, our businesses. But again, that's an assumption. And when you assume, you're making an ass out of you and me. And so when you can understand assuming can be very detrimental to our progress, it really hinders it. And so one of the things that people always ask me is, Gavin, what did you do in order to make, $25,000 in a day? Or Gavin, what did you do to be able to travel all over the world? Or Gavin, what did you do to manifest this particular relationship or whatever it is? Now, that's all great and dandy, but what we want to ask, the true question that we want to ask our mentors, our coaches, people who have achieved a certain level of success, we want to ask the question, how are you thinking about what you're achieving? How did you think? What was your mindset? How was your mindset in order to achieve that particular outcome? Now, for some people, they do the doing and they achieve a high level of success. I've personally done it myself, but I realized that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And that's a quote from Tony Robbins. And I realized that it's not about willpower. It's not about hustle. It's not about grinding. It's not about pushing. It's not about doing. It's about being, right? And so a great question to ask people, or the great question to even imagine, is how is this person being in order to achieve certain result? That could be a Oprah Winfrey, that could be a Tony Robbins, that could be a Bob Proctor, that could be a Abraham Hicks, that could be anyone. You have the power to use your imagination, and when using your imagination, you can brainstorm how is this person being in order to achieve this particular outcome. Who were they before they achieved the result? Now, I can personally tell you, after speaking with so many people one-to-one and in my group coaching program, is that people assume that when this person started out, they were hustling, they were doing, right? They, pushed forward, they made stuff happen, or whatever it is. I can tell you that the identity comes before the reality. Okay, they were being someone. In their mind, they saw themselves in a particular way. They felt a specific way. They thought a specific way about their goals, dreams, and desires. In fact, for a lot of people, if you read Think and Grow Rich or The Science of Getting Rich, it's as if they are already at that particular outcome. Does that make sense? There's no doubt in their mind. There's no resistance. There's no procrastination. It's just a matter of closing the gap. And the gap is just, time. And so they pursue this particular goal in knowing that they've already achieved it. And so it's like, it's impossible for it not to be achieved. They are being in that state as if they already have it. And you probably heard of this saying before. act as if you already have it. But let's dive a little deeper into that. What makes someone like the Colonel, KFC, go to business to business, investor after investor to try, and launch his, fried chicken product and get no after no after no after no? What makes someone have that mindset to get so many no's to get one yes and launch a big company, which is now multi-billion dollar company and now owned by Pepsi or PepsiCo? How did that happen? Okay, that didn't happen through him, hoping and wishing and, I hope it's going to happen, I'm just going to take action and all this stuff. In his mind, he must have thought that this is inevitable. This is totally normal to have. And the no's are leading me to my yes. There's a yes somewhere out there, and I just need to find that yes. And so who was he when he first started? Who was he being? He was being confident. He was being consistent. He was being an action taker, all of these things. That's not to say it wasn't challenging along the way. That's not to say, I didn't have any roadblocks along the way. I'm sure he did. But like in the mind, the way the mind was set, that this goal is inevitable, I just need to navigate through these particular obstacles. So he's not really doing anything. He's just being himself in the future reality. So in the dream life, in the successful business, he's being himself now and just being as if rather than acting as if. You probably heard of the saying, fake it until you make it. But this is more about being until you make it. If you're faking it, that implies that you're not acting as yourself. You're trying to be something that you're not. And being is just, this is who I am. That's who I am. I can't help but achieve this particular outcome because it's who I am. I can't go below. I have a certain standard or mindset in my mind, and I can't go below not achieving this particular outcome. It's impossible in my mind. This morning I woke up a little bit fuzzy, cloudy. I'm not sure if I didn't sleep properly or if I woke up in the wrong sleep window, but I woke up a little bit fuzzy. So it's not necessarily that I feel excited and energized to make this video, but it's a part of my identity to make this video. It doesn't feel right now like I'm taking action. It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. I'm just being Gavin. My identity says that I make videos. In fact, on an identity level for me, making a video is as easy as blinking. I've programmed my subconscious mind in such a way that a week's work for me is like blinking. And so if you can program your identity to be that way instead of acting that way or doing that way, now your mind is not stressed out. Now you're able to be more consistent. Now it's more enjoyable. Now it's light work rather than hard work. A lot of people think they have to work hard, but you can also light work. It depends on your perceptions, belief systems, and identities around what work is. If in your mindset you have to work hard, that is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so you'll be grinding and pushing and not really seeing much progress because you believe that hard work leads to a particular outcome. Some people say work smart. You can also work easy or work light work. But it's about training your mind to make the big stuff, or what we perceive as big stuff, really small and tiny in the mind. For me, making a video is like a tiny little dot of work. It's just like, it's just what I do. And that's some of the things you can begin programming into your subconscious mind so that you can alter your entire reality and making things way more effortless. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm being the video creation. I'm being my attitudes, my behaviors. It's an automatic thing. And so we can do more by programming the subconscious mind to automatically do it, to automatically create it. And this is beyond creating a habit, because there's a lot of teachings and there's a lot of books on creating habits. And some people really struggle with creating habits. I know I really suffered when it comes to creating habits. I would start, and then for some reason, it just felt like I would do it for a long period of time, but it's not sticking. Like, it just wouldn't stick. And so I then learned a level to creating habits, which is basically shifting your identity so that you're just the type of person to do those things anyway. So you don't even have to focus on repetition. You can literally reprogram your mind so that your identity says, I'm someone that's consistent. I'm someone that makes videos easily and effortlessly. All of this stuff. And it just becomes your behavior instantaneously. So we want to begin to understand that there's ways of doing things beyond what we're learning in books and these teachings on how to rewire your brain and like all of this stuff. It can go a lot deeper, and especially when you work on the identity level, which is something that we specialize in. And so if you want to learn how to do this and master this in your life, and you're seriously committed to creating that dream life and that dream business, you want to be the success that you want to have that breakthrough. Maybe you're in a plateau, you want to make more income in your business, you want to make more income in your life, you want to start that business, you want to start something, you want to make progress, you want to start a project, you want to take action, you want to be that person, you want to be a boss, right? And you're ready to transform your life, and you want to change your brain so you can grow your income and impact. I have a free training. There's a link in the description where you can go check that out. And it's all about changing your brain so you can grow your income and your impact. Remember, everything starts in the mind. And when you can change the way your mind is set, your default mechanism, then you're going to automatically be the reality that you want. And so this video explains that, this free training explains that. So go ahead, click the link in the description and check out my previous video on one of Will Smith's mindset on creating material success. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.